Hi all, and welcome to Business 21 Marketing. It is fall 2020, and it's pretty amazing that we're already in the fall season. I'm delighted that you're in this class with me, and we are truly are in this together, and I mean in this class together. What a difference 6 months has made. I know it's made a huge difference in your life. Maybe not as strange for me because I happen to be retired, although I've been teaching at Delta ever since I retired. I spent 27 years working at Delta, the last 5 being a dean, which included the business division. So I'm delighted to be able to continue teaching and have taught online for many years at Delta College. So this is a 12-week course, which is typically a much longer course. And so it's a little bit more compacted, but trust me, it is very reasonable and you will be able to get the work done. My goal is to help you to succeed. We have all sorts of new types of opportunities and assistance at Delta because of COVID-19. So if you're not already using them in another class, I hope you do try to use them. We've got tutoring available. Students from Delta College will offer business tutoring, and also there's online tutoring, which is also, by the way, online, and there's also other online tutoring, but I encourage you to go to the Delta College tutoring first. There's library resources which are available to you online, and numerous things. I have tried to collect as much information as possible without making it outlandish. It's included in your syllabus. So I really do encourage you to read it because there are resources for you, including online counseling, either by phone or by Zoom, which I think is probably the best. So each week we will be getting together. There will generally be a discussion in which I will get to know more about you. I'm also going to do a little bit of experimentation this semester because Zoom has not been made available to those of us who've taught online in the past, and now it's been made available. So I'm going to include some Zoom sessions. They will be essentially lectures, although the first one is going to be getting to know you and me. If you're unable to make the live session, it'll be recorded, and it will be a requirement of the class that you look at the recording. Hopefully as many of you as possible will get on the live sessions. I will do a survey at the beginning of the class to find out what is the best time to do a Zoom, although the first one I will just go ahead and schedule for fairly early in the week, probably midweek. I'm thinking Wednesday, so that gives you a chance to get onto the class already and still an opportunity to review it by the end of the class period. Class information usually starts first thing on Monday mornings. Week 1 will be 12:01 a.m. or 12 a.m. on Monday, which is either right now or after you've been watching this, and will end at 11:59 p.m. the following Sunday. We followed that format throughout the semester. I'm available through the email system in Canvas. Our textbook is an online text. You will need to get the actual access code. It's less than $40 through the bookstore. I know that I can get access to you for Chapter 1. Chapter 1 and 2 are part of the first week's class work. I have actually requested from the publisher to see if I can get Chapter 2 accessible to you as well, just in case you're unable to get the book. But at least by having Chapter 1 available to you, you'll be able to get that read early in the week. And then as you get your textbook or access to the online textbook, which is the one you need to have, then you will be able to get to the second chapter. So the way you can also get good points, I mean, you have to earn these points. Every point is an earned point. But please do participate in the discussions every week. Every week there's a discussion where I will put in a unique statement and ask you with a certain number of words, not limited to, but at least a certain number of words, I ask you to make a response. In turn, you also need to make responses to 2 of your classmates. This is the way that you are also, in the sense, helping each other out, giving each other ideas, giving me ideas in some cases, which I really appreciate. But it's a definite way you can get points. I mean, ditto is not a way you get points, but as long as you think a little bit, you will be able to get points. You will get through this class. You can be successful. You'll also be writing a marketing plan. And part of that marketing plan is going to come out of the work that you do for your discussions. So that's one of the reasons that you want to pay good attention to doing good work on your discussions, because you're going to find that you will have a lot of the information already gathered to put it together in a nice document towards the end of the semester, which will be your marketing plan. And boy, is this different for marketing right now. I will bring in some issues relative to what it's like to be marketing in COVID-19. I think it's just, it's a strange time for everybody, and different businesses are doing different things. Unfortunately, some businesses have closed, some permanently, some temporarily, and more are trying to figure out how to operate within these days of COVID-19. One of the things you may get to know about me is that I'm all about buying local or buying locally. So as you are looking at when you're making your buying decisions, please do see if you can buy locally first. Do you know that if you have $100 to spend, and if you spend that $100 in a locally owned small to medium-sized business, 68% of that money is going to stay in our community, which means it's either in the wages, taxes, owner's profit, etc. If you spend that same $100 in a big box such as Kmart's pretty much gone, bingo, Target, Walmart, Kohl's, Macy's, about 40% of that money will stay in our community locally. So that's a good thing. If you buy online and it's an online business that's not located within San Joaquin County or wherever you live, that means this much money will stay in our local community. So I really do encourage you to consider that. And that's all part of, for me, it's all part of marketing. It's marketing to let people understand and know what is it that it means to buy locally? What is it that means to support your community? But then also the businesses have a responsibility to reach you, to reach me. And hopefully we'll learn some of those ways, and maybe we'll come up with some ideas that we can pass on to some businesses as we go through this class. So the information in this video is important. When I make these videos, I do ask that you look at them, recognize that it's in part of a lecture that you would have in class. So if I make some points in this, such as I just talked about that $100, which may be a good hint for you, be sure that you make note of some of those so that if it's something that comes up in either a class discussion or it comes up on a test, I really do not try to trip you up in any way. My goal is for you to learn. In fact, my exams are not timed, and the reason they're not timed is that if you don't know the answer, I think that you can go back and do some research to find the answer. And I do that because for me, we talk about the fact that knowledge is power. Knowledge is power if you know how to use the knowledge. And one of the ways you do is if there's something that you don't remember or it just has passed you by, this is an opportunity for you to go back, whether it's through some of the information on the class or whether it is in your textbook. So really, I am here to help facilitate your success. I recognize this is a challenging time for everybody. And so I'm going to ask you, stick with it. Be here and be present in the class, and communicate with your fellow students, give it your all, encourage you to go to the discussions early in the week. I think, even if you don't complete your discussion early in the week, you will have a chance to kind of really think about what you want to add. Your first discussion is very simple. So if you all don't get full points, you all should get full points. Let me just put it that way, because it's asking about you. And it's a getting to know you. You'll also have an opportunity to get to know me a little bit. And know that I love teaching and I love being around students, and I miss the in-class, but I made that choice when I retired so that I had some more flexibility. As it turns out, my flexibility is mostly in my own house right now, but I'm lucky that I can be here as well. So with that, I'm going to sign off for right now. Generally, I'll try to keep these videos within 10 minutes. I think that's probably plenty, but remember, they are a part of your class. And I want to be sure that you take in this information. So if they're not too long, it gives you an opportunity to go back and look at it again in case you have any concerns. So again, my name is Gillian Murphy. Delighted to be your professor for this particular class, Business 21 Marketing, which will go through December 18th. I believe your final is due by December 16th. Gives me a couple of days to get things ready. Your other information is all on your Canvas page. And I've also put a copy of your actual syllabus. So if you want to print it out, I know you'll find it in pieces throughout Canvas, but if you want to print it out, there it is. But remember, announcements, things can change. And it may be because we're responding to what's happening in our world right now, or an opportunity of something that I've come across. So things may change. So it's really important that you check in with your announcements early in the week and pay attention to them in case there is some update to what's happening in that class. And of course, I'll also make those changes in the module. So again, thank you, welcome. Here's to a great week, and I look forward to reading all about you. Bye-bye.